What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? AJ here with the Blast from the Past mask group. What is this? What is this?
It's now a whole company of people.
We are at Transworld 2024. I didn't vlog anything on the way down here. I actually arrived late, so I'm 2 days behind everybody else. But we're finally here. I'm going to show it off to you guys, show you everything that there is to see, and then we'll come back and do some special projects right here at this booth. So, let's go. All right, guys, we made it through about half of the showroom floor so far, and we got tuckered out, and our bellies got a little hungry. So we got the biggest corn dogs we can find, and we're gonna eat these, and then I need to go back to the hotel to grab a gift that I brought for someone, and then we will come back over, and I think we are doing a life casting demonstration on me today. So sometime around 3, we're going to be doing that. I think it's close to noon right now. So we're gonna eat, we're gonna get the gift, and then we're gonna come back and we're going to keep exploring. I'm tired already. All right, so we are back at the hotel now. I am grabbing the gift, and then we're heading back over. The gift, some of you guys are probably wondering, is a death mask, and I'm actually giving this to my friend Emily Kirkpatrick. She's been dying to paint one of these for a long, long time, and I'm just the worst when it comes to shipping things, so I haven't gotten one out to her, but she's here at the convention, so I'm gonna give this to her, see what she comes up with, and yeah, maybe we'll have a cool new death mask in the future.
Already presents for the guy.
We got presents already, presents on presents.
Alright, so I got this. I haven't even learned how to play it, but I think it's like a memory game.
Hell yeah, don't have that yet.
And I've got this. It doesn't have all of them, but it came in with that, so I was like, dude, like that. The postcards.
That's so sick. Thanks, man.
Yeah, no problem.
I love these. I don't have either.
Sweet. I want to get some pics too.
Yeah.
Are you guys gonna hug? Oh.
I just kiss him.
Hey, can we get content facing our booth? I would hate to just be showing off people's pumpkins. With the teeth in the background? Fuck, dude. Woo! Woo!
a little bit of the devil's reel. Of course, House of Masks, they're always coming through in the crunch on deals that
It's a boy!
Alright guys, I am going to do my best to give you a proper outro for this video. I am so fucking tired. We're off to a bad start already. Oh my god. Okay. I'm gonna do my best to give you guys a proper outro for this video because I feel like it needs one, and you have to bear with me because I really am exhausted. I just drove 6.5 hours straight back from St. Louis. We stopped one time for gas. I drove the whole way, and that's fine, but I am just mentally and physically spent. And it's not just because of Transworld. It was just a big group of things that happened within the last 2 weeks or so. I took my first trip on an airplane. I flew 5.5 hours out to Seattle by myself, spent some time with one of my favorite bands, my friends over in Crypta, and that was a great, great trip. And initially was supposed to be in Transworld like the day after I got back. So I was going to fly back home after like a 5 or 6 day trip out in Seattle. I was going to get like 24 hours home and then immediately start driving down to St. Louis for Transworld. And some plans got changed. We had a special visitor here at the House of Masks. If you guys follow my Instagram, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And we put together a little project. So instead of driving down the day after I got back, I actually hung out for a couple of days. We got the man, the myth, the legend. Mr. Stevem himself came all the way from Seattle in the tour bus. He was driving the bus back to drop off in Virginia where he picked it up, and he wanted to swing through the House of Masks. And like I said, we worked on something special, which you guys should know about in the next week or so. So stay tuned. Obviously, I'm going to announce that, and I'm really excited for it. I think that it's a really cool thing. But yeah, he wanted to swing through, and I didn't want to miss out on that opportunity, so I pushed back my Transworld dates, and that made me only available for Transworld for the last 2 days. So we got down there super late on Friday. We left as soon as Stevem left, and we got down there super, super late on Friday. So our first full day, our first real day, was Saturday, and that's a good day to be there. However, we were busy for half the day doing that LifeCast demonstration, so I got as much as I possibly could on my camera before it was time to do that. They do close the floor at 5 p.m. sharp, and they tell you to get out, and boy oh boy did we cut it close. I think the demo took 2.5 hours from start to finish, like with all the prep and everything, and I had just enough time when we were done to run to the bathroom, take all of the crap off, kind of get myself washed off a little bit, and then it was time for me to leave. And then the other day that we got to be down there was Sunday, which is the last day, and it's the early day. They close the floor at 2 p.m. sharp. And a lot of the vendors start closing down before that just to kind of beat the rush out of there, because when it's time to go, it is time to go. But Transworld was great this year. It was awesome. I am a little out of my element when it comes to Transworld, so I think that the videos suffer because of that as well. It's very overwhelming down there, and I am not so much acquainted with the haunt scene like I am with the music scene, the metal scene, the horror scene, all of that stuff. So when it comes to haunts, I am a little lost. And that makes shooting content down there a little more difficult than a Mask Fest or a Pale Fest, something like that. So on top of last minute changes, on top of being super, super busy while we were down there, on top of having limited time with only having a day and a half down there to shoot, I also didn't have a cameraman for this trip, so I missed out on a lot of good stuff. I met a lot of cool new people, which I guess is a good thing about not being super acquainted with the haunt scene. I'm able to meet new people, make new friends, make new connections, make new business relationships, which is always a good thing. However, a lot of that stuff didn't get recorded. I also missed a lot of fan interactions, which I hate doing, because when you guys come up to me at conventions or concerts, I would love nothing more than to stick you in a House of Masks video because you're a fan of the House of Masks. So I missed out on a lot this time. I think 4 actors at the Darkness Haunted House broke character and literally took their cell phones out to take a photo with me, which was super cool. And maybe I shouldn't be saying that, but if the guy that owns the Darkness is watching this, don't get them in trouble. It was an honor, and I love your haunted house, and to have those people like me and recognize me is really, really cool, so thank you. But yeah, that's the reason that this video is the way that it is. That's the reason that there aren't multiple videos. I only filmed enough to stick into one video, and I think that that's just about all the explaining that I have to do. Now, with all of that being said, I did have a blast. This Transworld was probably a little more fun for me than last year's. Last year's being my first. This year, I'm a little more acquainted, or familiar. Familiar is a good word for it. I'm a little more familiar with the flow of things. I'm a little more familiar with some of the people down there, And even though I am going in there and making new friends and meeting new people, it felt good to kind of know a little bit more about what was going on, knowing where everything is, knowing how the hotels work. I know that that sounds silly, but there's a Marriott scene down there for sure. Anybody that goes down to Transworld knows exactly what I'm saying. So yeah, and on top of that, we got to actually be a part of Transworld this year. We boothed up, obviously. We had the Blast from the Past mask conglomerate booth down there, which is just an umbrella that covers all of us, all the cool stuff that we all work on together all the time. That's Tyler Isom, that's Joshua Everett, that's Paleface & Co., that's the House of Masks, that's Trash Bag Ghost. It's all these people that are just grouped together under these Paleface and House of Masks projects. So it was great to see that booth finally come to. It was great to see Blast from the Past finally out there in the open, and we can't wait to show you guys what else is in store. So before I end this video, I'm going to say that I did get a lot more scores this year. I actually walked out with a lot more scores than last year, which is weird because I bought less this year than I did last year. A lot of the stuff that I bought last year wasn't cash and carry, so I basically ordered it and they had to ship it out for me as if I was a haunted attraction or something like that. But I got a lot of fan gifts this year. I bought a lot of little knickknacks, and I think I only got one mask. And it was a cash and carry mask, which is pretty cool. So I will be doing a Transworld scores video, a Transworld haul video, whatever you want to call it. I'll probably work on that tomorrow and get that done and out. And the last thing that I want to do or say in this video is give big thanks to Bishop over at Paleface & Co. He made the Transworld visit happen. He took care of us all weekend, and he just really does it right. So massive, massive shout out to Bishop. Absolutely love that dude and love working with him. And we still have some more stuff that we have yet to release to the public that should be coming out this week, I think, and we're both very excited about it. So yeah, I think that does it. I don't think that I'm missing anything else. Regardless of how I feel about the video, I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Thank you very, very much for watching, and now, if you don't mind, I'm going to go sleep. So until next time, this has been AJ Good here at the House of Masks, telling you to say no to drugs and alcohol, and yes to Transworld, and we will see you guys in the next one.